CMDF, Combined Miniature Defense Force. Project Fantastic Voyage. Process miniaturization. Authority, top secret, highest clearance. Team, Jonathan Kidd, Commander.
Alright, so I got knocked this thing down. This will be the Voyager base. I redid it because I thought it looked like a damn carnival wheel, so kind of toned it down a little bit and just spread out the colors a little bit, and then threw in a pinstripe, kind of divide them up. So I ran the Cricut this morning, printed this thing out. So that's the Voyager. I got to unmask the front part, but I think I showed you guys that in the other vid. But it's coming together. I just got to screw this back down to the here, and then what do I got? I found these at was it Hobby Lobby or Michael's? I don't remember which the other one. But if you remember the cartoon, they had 12 hours to get it done. You know, fucking on a half a tank of gas. Anyway, so that's gonna go around. You know, obviously start with 1 or 12 and go around. So that's the base. I you know, painted it, clear coated it, and then buffed it out and then polished it out. So it came, you know, it's presentable. It's presentable. So, alright, and then, whoo, get you seasick. Here's the Voyager. So the landing skids, I painted an off gray, just masked them up, painted them. That should be the last piece, and I'm gonna have to buff this thing out. It's got a little bit of a, you know, I'm not talking about the landing gear, I'm talking about the ship itself. There's some rough spots. You know, when I say rough, it's kind of, you know, not smooth. But anyway, I'll buff it out and then trim up the canopy and put Busby's bubble in there, and I guess call her done. Thank God. Yeah, my 12 days of Christmas turned into 180 days. Alright, so that's it for the Voyager right now. Put together this electronic board. It's a chaser. So 8 LEDs going around in a circle. Like I said, these things, they're probably maybe 20 bucks or so, and then you gotta solder them yourself. So the fun kit, inexpensive alternative to, you know, some of the stuff that's on the market. Like I said, it's Bucktronics. It's a weird name, but anyway. So that thing's running on 6 volts. I will have to put in a voltage reducer, you know, up under the base just to run this thing, but it'll be worth it. And then the idea is, that's what the holes are. So each one of the holes will correspond to the color of the pad. And if you remember in the anime, the base looked like it spun, you know, up underneath the ship. So I wasn't going to motorize a base to do it, but, you know, I could do it with lights to kind of give you that effect. So anyway, so I'm testing it. It works. I'm going to disassemble it and put the lights in this part of the base. I hollowed that thing out pretty good, you know, so I could fit the board and run the lights around. And as you can see, I got them marked what color's what. So, alright, when I'm done, we'll come back. So here I am an hour or so later. It's got it wired up. I should say the upper part of the base is wired, and that's kind of how it's going to look. Right now I got to put in the switch, and I got to put in the plug for the 9 volt, and then I'm going to show you my messick bench, but that piece right there is the voltage reducer. So I need to set that up for 6 volts because that's what those lights, that board runs on. And as you can see, 6 volts. So, all right, I'm happy. I'm happy the way this is looking. This is actually front and back, but looks pretty cool. A lot better than the carnival wheel it was looking like earlier. So, all right. Another setback. I fucking peeled the tape off of this thing and it just lifted off a couple of spots. So I just sanded it down and repainted the base, and then tomorrow I'll put the stencil back on. So on another note, all right, I've got my switch in, got my power lead in. I've got my voltage reducer for the spinning lights on that piece, and I get it done. I'll put it all together. I got the clock marked out. I haven't put the letters on. I figure once I put that back onto this and mount it for good, then I will put the numbers around the edge and call the damn thing done. So about ready to be done with it. So alright, one more step. Alright, so I have the stand clear coated right now. I had to redo the center here. I forgot I don't know, I had a T in there. I'm not sure why I did, but anyway, I opted out, changed it for the logo that was on Commander's shirt. So, like I said, I shot it in clear, just waiting for it to dry. It's drying. It seems like it's setting it pretty good right now, so I'll see how it goes. I may have to give it a light sanding and polishing if needed, but I'll let it sit for a day or so. Prior to doing all this, the lights are installed. You know, it's going to be a chasing light, colored light to correspond to the colors that are on the lower part of the base. You know, to kind of simulate the opening of the show where the base or underneath this thing is platform is spinning, so the lights will just emulate that spinning motion. So I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Like I said, name of the ship on the back, and then I think it's Command Miniaturization Defense Force. I don't know. Have to look that back up. Probably got that shit wrong. But that is the logo that was on his shirt when they went on the missions. So, like I said, pretty happy with the way it turned out. So, be glad to put this behind me. All right, for now. All right. Long time. Alright, so I got the base done. I'm not doing any more to it. So I got it assembled. It's running off of its 9-volt power source, and the board, the chaser board, is running on 6 volts with you know, the voltage reducer up underneath. So so I polished out the actually, you know, I clear coated the base. I call this the stand and then the base. All right, so clear coated everything, sanded it, you know, got the orange peel out, and then polished it with the Novex. It came out pretty good. It's not 100%, you know, but it's, you know, presentable. So right now I'm just kind of burning it in. I did run it for, I don't know, about an hour or so the other day, and right now it's been running for about 6 hours, so seems to be doing good. Pretty happy with the way that'll turn out. Just finishing up the ship right now, so I got the numbers on, you know. So if you kind of remember the opening sequence, the ship sat on a looked like a damn carnival wheel, but the base spun multicolored, And then you know, Randy did this in the style of the contraption that miniaturized it. So all the elements are there, and then you had 12 hours to save the universe. So, you know, I just put some clock numbers all the way around. Six being here, you know, 1 and 12 in the back. So I'm done. So, you know, the CMDF, you know, the Combined Miniature Defense Force, or Command, whatever. And then the name of the ship on the back of the base, and like I said, calling it done. So I'll let this run for another couple hours, and then unplug it, and then finishing up the ship. Right now I'm just shooting the exhaust with some smoke, and then you know, start assembling it, put the bubble on it, and then the clear windshield. So all right, so that's it. So the base is done. Check. Moving on. Alright, so what I have done is I've made a bunch of masks. It's probably like the 7th time, but the windows are not perfect. You know, they're not perfectly round, they're not perfectly symmetrical. You know, a lot of imperfections, and if you can see right there, that imperfection is in the middle of the I don't know, the resin, whatever you want to call it. So there was no sanding it out. So my workaround is I mask this off. I'm going to smoke these windows, so give them a faint tint to them. And then I made some frames that I don't know, like a 32nd of an inch wide or so, and I know you can't see them there. So what the idea is that this will be smoked, and then the vinyl frame will go around it, and then I'll seal it and then call it done. I'm ready to just move on with this, get it past me. So but anyway, that's the game plan. Fixing to shake up the smoke and shoot it on, and then let it dry and throw some masks on. So alright, till see how it comes out. Alright, so this thing is pissing me off. I was about ready to shoot the clear coat on it, and then I had this fucking goddamn bubble develop in the resin. So I dug it out, put some Evercoat in it, got it flat, and then now just kind of smoothing it out with the red putty. I'm gonna try to minimize the patchwork so I can blend it in. May just tape off this side of the tail and use the natural lines as a divider, so that way I can blend it in. But it's really pissing me off. Alright, so this I used clear smoke. I know it looks dark, but hey, the windows just weren't flying, man. I do have some vinyl outline here that'll be depicted as a frame, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, this is Sunday. I leave for Wonderfest Friday morning, early Friday morning. She get me there late Friday afternoon, so this is one of the kits I want to bring. So alright, so I got this thing back on the bench. A little disappointed. Prior to Wonderfest, I was sanding the clear coat, and I went through the clear coat, and rather than trying to rush it, I put it aside. So then I went to come out today, and I masked off the wing. I was just going to shoot the wing because I had a spot over here that went through. And the fucking tape, excuse my language, the tape peeled off the clear coat. And literally I've took some of that blue tape and went over the whole damn bottle and pulled off every bit of the clear coat. So I don't know what the hell the deal is. It's Krylon white with a Krylon, get back in focus here, with a Krylon clear. So it wasn't like a mixed matched paint, you know. So it was all Krylon. So I don't know. But anyway, I remasked this off. I had a little boo-boo here that I fixed. I just shot it with the paint, and then I'll buff it out with the some 1500 or so, just to kind of take a little bit of the roughness off of it. And then I got to reprint the decals because I lost the hatch, top and bottom. But it's the damnedest thing. I mean, I've used Krylon before out of a rattle can and the clear on all my damn starships, and I never had this problem before, so I'm not sure what happened. But we'll do it again, you know, like that movie Do-Over. Alright, so that's it for now. This thing's gonna sit and dry, and then shoot it again, let's see, tomorrow's Monday. So yeah, Monday. Alright. We'll shoot it. Alright. So this is the second time clear coating this damn thing. This time I used, what the hell did I use? The Krylon, oh shit, let me get back in focus here. The Krylon Fusion. Let it dry, and then I will give it a light sanding and then polish it out. Got a little bit of some resin orange peel right there from the clear coat, and everything else looked pretty good. So alright, so that's where we're at. Hopefully get this done for Pam's Con this Saturday. So this is Wednesday morning. Shot it yesterday, so by the time I get home tonight I'll give it a wet sand and then fucking call this damn thing done. Alright. So this is what the Voyager's looking like. I clear coated it, I sanded it down, and then I polished it, and then I started noticing a bunch of little just pinhole kind of things in the clear coat that looked like, you know, maybe it was starting to orange peel or something. I don't know, but I don't dare sand down through it for fear of going through it again. So essentially what I did was, I'm experimenting. I just sprayed some in a cup, and then took a paintbrush and just put a little dip in where the divot is, and then I'll sand it back out and then repolish it. The paint masks are still on the side windows here, and then I'll put the framework on when I take them off. So I got the bubble and then the canopy to go, and then just pull the masks off the intake. The back I still got to go over the fins and that with the with a dry brush, and then I'm gonna call this damn thing done. So enough. All right, till see how it looks next. Alright, Larry back here. So this is my 12 days of Christmas build for pans. We're only second week of October, so just in time for Halloween. Yeah, okay, had a lot of problems. I was trying to get this done for Wonderfest. Ran into some problems. Some of my own, some not some of my own, but anyway, I got a little bummed with it. Put it on the table, walked away from it. So I wanted to get it done and take it to Model Palooza here in Orlando, and I finished it up, just before then. So this is the Voyager from Fantastic Voyage. This is the animated Voyager, and this is the Randy Cooper model, resin model. It's about 16 by 18 or so. Weighs about 45 pounds. It's all resin. No, I'm kidding all aside, but it probably weighs about 3.5, 4 pounds. That's with everything. So if you're not familiar with it, the show, it started with the ship on the base, and the base looked like a damn carnival wheel, and it rotated. And they had 12 hours to get their task done. So that's kind of what the base is representing, is the base for the miniaturization, and the numbers, say it. The numbers represent the 12 hours of time they needed to get it done. So in order to simulate the spinning base, I cheated and I installed some lighting. So let me get in there, and there we go. So when I bought one of the Bachtronic rotating boards, rotating light boards, and just drilled into the base that Randy Cooper provided with the model, which is this piece. And then this is just a Michaels round base. It's hollow underneath. So anyway, so that's what the base is representing. And then moving on to the ship. So Randy provides the kit with some clear parts in the console, and the back wall back there, if you can see it. So I put a changing LED back there, red, green, blue, and then painted the walls in light blue. And that's the way the ship was in the cartoon. This was mid to late 70s, and color was TV's new best friend. So everything was vibrant, that's why I think the base looked like a damn carnival wheel. I toned it down a lot because there was a lot more wedges, and it really did look like a carnival wheel when I initially did it. So I throttled it back, but get around my counter. But I'm happy the way it came out. Had some problems. So I got the base, I got the back all lit up with some flickering red LEDs, just to simulate it. Put a little bit of weathering there, just kind of soot, So I put some there. Did some panel liner in the aileron, flapperon, whatever you want to call them. Just kind of dirtied up the intake a little bit. I mean, it was, I don't want to say toyish, but, by the time I had polished that out and all that, it looked a little too clean. So anyway, anyways, so this is the Voyager from Fantastic Plastic, and I am finishing my 12 days of Christmas build 10 months later. So, and that's where we're at. All right, man. On to the next project. Thank you for looking. And one last look. I will say, I don't know if Randy is doing these kits anymore. He, I think at the end of this year, he was getting out of the resin print. So this is what it is. So if you got one, build it. If not, here's one. So, thanks again.